totally agree. I totally agree. There are fine politicians and there are politicians who are not so fine and all get tarred in the same anger of the public perception. I agree there are those who get security who don't deserve it. But this is not something that he or I can judge. This is for the Home Minister to judge. I agree there's lobbying.
I just like to come in at this point.
And I also agree that...
Madam, I've got your point.
No, I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished. No, I haven't finished. I said I also agree that the Home Minister ought to take a very balanced view of it and give security to only those who need it.
Okay. Madam, all you've been doing is very sweetly saying you agree to everything.
So what's the argument about?
Can I complete what I'm saying? All you've been doing is...
Of course I do.
Can I say something? All you've been saying is very sweetly that you agree to everything and you condemn everything, and that's exactly the kind of discussion we have month after month every time there's a mishap or a crisis in the country.
Okay.
Can we kind of get some accountability and some results? Can we see some results?
Okay.
Let's be leaders, let's be statesmen, and let's not be politicians for a change, ma'am. That's what the city is asking for. Right. It's a cry for survival.
Let Rajiv respond, then I come to our next case. Yeah. Let Rajiv respond.
I must confess. No, Arnab, I've been directly addressed. Let me answer.
Yes. Go ahead, ma'am.
What is this very sweetly talking? I don't like this attitude of the gentleman who's talking. I am agreeing. Do you want me to disagree? Do you want me to say, just because you want me to say, do you want me to say, no, all politicians require the cover?
No, Madam,
and what is this about? When will we see action? All these are very fine words. All these are very fine words. If the Mr. Chidambaram, the Home Minister, says, yes, there have been lapses, and the Home Minister is human, everybody is human, we agree that we've made a mistake. Okay. You don't want us to say that.
But
you think it's a
sweet thing. Okay, I think she's got the point. Let's not get into an argument.
No, let's move on.
Let's move on. Rajiv wants to make a point, and then I'll come to you. Okay.
Let's stop being personal.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with you there. Rajiv.
Well, I appreciate the comments of my friends, because what they are talking about is absurd display by politicians or whoever as far as security is concerned, and that is hitting everyone's eyes, especially when a thing like what happens in Mumbai. But Rajdeep, what Jayanti also wanted to say is that this is the displayed part of the
mix it up. It's Arnab, Rajiv.
Sorry.
Yes.
So, Arnab,
and I assure you there's very little in common. Thank you very much. Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Arnab, let me complete it. So there is anger against this absurdity of display. But if you ask me, I know of n number of politicians who have been given very serious, high-graded security, and they don't want it, but they are compelled to take it. And I would say that this is the display part of security which is causing anguish. Okay. There are thousands of crores spent on the intelligence,
let them respond. Rajiv, someone wants to rebut you.
There are thousands of crores which are spent.
No, 1 minute.
Arnab, there are thousands of crores which are spent on the intelligence which you and me don't see.
It a micro issue.
So there are many aspects to it. I understand this absurd display which is there done by politicians.
Please, bear with me.
Basically, we should have
Bear with me. Please do not reduce this debate to such a micro level of security. We are talking about VIP-ism, which is not a minor problem. It's a huge problem from every dimension. Just one second. Like VIP-ism, every single ill in India has become, over the last 60 years, a systemic problem. These are not individual problems, and that's why the Professionals Party of India has been set up to fight systemic problems. We target the middle class, we request the middle class to come and vote.
So you're already addressing your first election rally on television, on live television.
Thank you very much. But we want the middle class involved. We want them to come and vote professionals to parliament.
Okay.
As long as educated, qualified, patriotic Indians do not reach parliament, the rot in the political system is not going to change. And that's what we are working towards.
Varsha has spoken very little. I'll come to you. I'm
talking of a completely different thing.
And please stick to
he's talking of things which are not relevant. And he's talking of things which are not immediately relevant today.
Okay.
I definitely don't think we have an
what
issue
I want
with
to
the
say here
security
is, what I want to say here again, Arnab, what I want to say here is, let's put this debate in order. When you have an absurd display of security by individuals which they do not deserve, it creates a hardship. We must endeavor, we as politicians, as government, we must endeavor to make the country safe.
Okay.
We must all work to see that it happens like that. That should be our objective.
Rajiv,
but we cannot get into this debate the way it is.
Rajiv, I'm running short and Varsha hasn't spoke. Varsha has a point to make here. Yes, Varsha, go ahead.
We have no issue with you guys having security. I mean, justified so. But what about us people? You know, it's not only about the threat and this attack that's happened to us in Pakistan, it's internal. We are having issues every day. Today, Raj Thackeray has this whole issue of Marathi Manus, and so many people have been hurt and injured. We are getting frustrated with this. You give us security on all these issues, you ban these things, we are all okay. You know, that's not happening today. That's our problem. You all want your security, please have it. But please give us our security.
Okay. I'm only going to say one thing at the end. One thing at the end. No, I'm running out of time completely. 10 seconds to you, Bittu. 10 seconds.
10 seconds. I'd like to suggest that I had accused politicians of ignorance. I'm saying to you that you're actually threatening the internal security of this country by allowing the ecological collapse of marine systems. These fishermen who were self-sufficient are now dependent upon anybody that comes down there and gives them a livelihood.
That becomes a specific point.
No, this is one point. The other point is that there is a revolving door between drugs, arms and the wildlife trade.
Right.
A chain is as strong as its weakest link. You guys have not simply put
but
enough money.
Let me say,
Arnab,
yes.
they have not put enough money into protecting the wildlife
okay.
of
Now
India.
we get to specific issues. Now I just want to say at the very end one thing. No. I'm totally out of
the
time.
only issue
When you are
is
when you're a practicing politician, you will get more than 5 seconds. Let me assure you on television. I want to just say one thing to Jayanti and to Rajiv. It's not the first time they've come on this show, and neither of you must have a feeling. And I want to say first of all, thank you to both of you.
Yes.
Thank you to both of you on behalf of all our guests and all of us here at Times Now. This is a refreshing debate, let me tell you, Jayanti and Rajiv. And the honesty with which you've at least come here, there may be differences, but Jayanti and Rajiv represent two parties. That you've come on the show tonight, you've taken these questions and taken them fairly. Thank you very much. I'm so out of time. I wanted to thank you for this debate. I hope we can carry forth this debate. I promise to all our viewers.